Chris, what is our third main topic today?
This one's from Justin. It's starting to look a lot like the Lord of the Rings content is coming after a long time without any. The Rings of Power trailer was great, and now I'm reading that a full anime movie is coming about the old king of Rohan, Helm Hammerhand. Do you think this is the start of a flood of Lord of the Rings content, or do you think they'll limit it to the show and the odd movie project every couple of years?
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Justin. And of course, the other day we were talking about the fact that they released their kind of first announcement teaser about the Lord of the Rings show that's coming. Didn't really tell us anything. They just kind of gave us a glimpse of what we can expect from at least the production value of it, I hope, at any rate. But then out of nowhere came this announcement that they're doing an anime film that's going to come out in 2024, so still a couple years away, called, and I got to tell you, I love the title, War of the Rohirrim. One of my favorite aspects of the Lord of the Rings films is Rohan. And the King of Rohan and the Ride of the Rohirrim and all that kind of stuff. Loved it. And then Helm's Deep and all that, everything. Well, looks like they are doing a movie. This comes to us from the folks over at Deadline who write the following. For those who can't have their fill of Lord of the Rings in the upcoming Amazon series, there's the Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim anime movie from New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers Animation, which the studio has set for release on April 12th, 2024, not April 21st, as was reported by others. That's a Sunday. Warner's already has the release date RSVP'd for a New Line movie on the calendar, and this is obviously the one they had RSVP'd for. The movie explores and expands on the untold story behind the Fortress of Helm's Deep, delving into the life and blood-soaked times of one of Middle-earth's most legendary figures, the mighty King of Rohan, Helm Hammerhand. I'm not going to lie to you. This is awesome. This sounds great to me. I love the sounds of this. Everything from the whole idea about going into the background of Helm's Deep, Helm Hammerhand, all that kind of stuff, Lord of the Rings. I mean, granted, when I think of Lord of the Rings animation, I think of the, what is the name of the company that was behind those animations? I can't remember the name of it, but whatever. Those animations still, they're very round-faced hobbits. Those things have a very special place in my heart, those little animated films. I love those ones. But I'm telling you what, I hear about this. This sounds great. Now, do I think they were asking in the email, Abbas Rankin, thank you very much, Walter, in the live chat. Do I think that this is them about to throw open the floodgates of Lord of the Rings material? I don't think so. I mean, the fact that they've been working for years on this one show coming to Amazon, and now we've got this anime movie that's still years away. I mean, if we get something new every 2 to 3 years, I mean, listen, the floodgates is what Marvel is doing, with 3 or 4 shows a year and 2 or 3 or 4 movies every year, and that's floodgating. This, I think they're going to take a much more cadenced approach to it. And listen, I'm all for it. I think this sounds great. What I'm hearing so far sounds wonderful to me. I'm all in. Rob, you hear about this? What do you think about the sounds of the War of the Rohirrim?
Yeah, I did an episode of my own YouTube show back in June of 2021 about when they announced this. And I thought, yeah, man, I'm totally in, because, the Saul Zaentz company, Saul Zaentz, who produced like Amadeus, and they originally had the rights to this, have announced that they're giving up their rights to Lord of the Rings, and their right, because they made the animated Lord of the Rings film, and I believe they did the Return of the King, the animated Return of the King for TV, and the Hobbit and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I think everybody's jockeying around to get the last bits of their rights or their yayas out before Amazon now. They're getting whatever they can before they, and like you, John, I think this is a really interesting idea. And again, it goes back to Tolkien's lore. And I think that there's so much rich lore, backstory that is documented in appendices and the Silmarillion and everything, and all of his notebooks, that it's cool that they're going back and doing this. But again, it depends on how great the writing is, because these characters, unlike the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, they were given voices, so we knew how Tolkien wanted them to speak. None of these characters really have those voices. So as long as it's well written, I'm in.
Chris, mother of Gimli, son of Gloin.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Is this like, do you just want them to focus on live action? Do you like the sounds of the anime? What are you thinking about this?
Well, John, as a voice actor, I'm so freaking hyped.
I knew you were
I'm going to
go
annoy
there.
the shit out of my agent. I'm going to get back into dialect coaching with Logan. Oh, man, I'm so excited about this. Two of my favorite things coming together. One of my favorite formats and one of my favorite IPs. Is it my birthday? Give it to me right now. I'm really excited about this.
You got time, too, to get in on that voice acting. Come on.
If I don't get to be some little one-off in there, I'm going to be so sad, y'all. Oh.
What do you think about which story they've decided to go with here? Like, they decided to go backwards. They decided to go back into the past, which is what the show is doing as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about them selecting this era and focusing on Rohan and stuff like that? Right choice, wrong choice?
I think this is great because, you know, these people of the horse, right? They're so fun. They're so interesting. We've got all these kind of Germanic lore that we're based off of that we can really, really focus on here. And we can get really, really violent with it because it's anime.
That's true.
We can get real bloody, and I really hope we do. That's one of the great things about these kind of properties we've seen go to animation is that we can have epic battles, and who better to do that with than these warriors? I think it's going to be an excellent choice.
All right, guys, question for you. What do you think about the sounds of War of the Rohirrim? I'm personally loving the idea. I think this has a lot of potential. Could be terrible, but we'll see. Do you like the idea? Do you not like the idea? Whatever you guys are thinking, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, we want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Peloton. Now listen, in the never-ending quest to try to stay in shape, one of the keys is to vary up your workout and your exercises to make sure you avoid losing your motivation and keep from getting burnt out from doing the same thing over and over again. Peloton has you covered. I know for me, one of the keys was getting my Peloton tread and using the Peloton app to get my varied workouts in. And Peloton just keeps pushing you forward with new classes, new music, new ways to keep your workouts fun and motivating. One of the newer offerings that has me personally really excited is their boxing classes. Peloton is stepping into the ring with its newest discipline, and you don't even have to have any gloves. Discover a fast, furious, and fun workout with Peloton instructors in your corner. Even if you've never boxed before, these classes will have you working up a sweat while working on the fundamentals of form, footwork, and fun combos that will keep you on your toes. Peloton has a workout for every day and every kind of schedule. So guys, right now, visit onepeloton.com to learn more. That's ONEPELOTON.com.